Mark's been lost in Haven City. Jeez.
Did you want to play him?
No, I'm like watching you, Tony. I quite like watching you because.
Or did you want to play something else, or did you want to? What did you want to do?
Don't mind, man. What time do you have to get off? Because I'm happy to be up to whenever, really. I mean, I can't be too late. I can be up to like 10, 11.
4 a.m. Here we come. Oh, hello, Valerie. She's now on my chair, so I might have to try and see what she wants because she's being very needy right now.
Yeah, of course, Tony.
She's a needy little girl.
It's amazing just how quickly it's gone as well. The time too. It's like we've only been recording for like half an hour. I feel like I haven't been recording for more than 10 minutes.
No, time flies by. What do you have
indeed.
I miss PS2 games, Mark. I miss the PS2 era a lot.
I do as well.
Like PS1, like.
I miss the N64 NES games as well, man. Back when I was a kid.
I miss.
It's
good that a lot of indie games do like.
Oh, totally, man.
The 2D very well. I don't feel like there's as many like low poly games. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
There's a few, but definitely there's a lot of sprite.
Yeah,
games.
I think that's one of the reasons why I like the Shredder's Revenge game so much, because even though yes, it's Turtles, but also it's very much like that old school beat 'em up games that we used to play when I was a kid.
Yeah,
and they've announced DLC for the game as well too. So on the 31st of April, you got this new survival game, bit like what they did for Dead or Alive 4. But then also they have for the game as well, you can play as Kurai and Usagi Yojimbo, which is quite cool as well. So looking forward to that.
Oh, fair enough.
And WrestleQuest is quite cool as well, Tony.
Woo! Nearly walked off the edge. WrestleQuest.
Yeah, it's the new RPG based on that wrestling and stuff. It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I think you did mention it. Yeah, I think I saw you posted a video. I didn't.
Yeah, I did like a blind 30-minute just play of it, just to see what it was like, and it was good fun. And you could definitely tell it's made with love and care about wrestling. It's one of those things. If you don't know wrestling or like it, you can still enjoy it because the gameplay is quite good fun and it's quite unique in the way to win the match. Because in most battles you just have to beat your opponent, but this one you have to make them, you have to pin them. So it kind of adds that kind of difference of winning the fight, as it were.
Yeah.
But it's quite unique and stuff as well. And it's a lot of people like Matt McMuscles has a cameo in the crowd and stuff. And I've seen some other YouTubers and stuff in it as well too. So yeah, man, it's quite cool.
Nice. Cool. I've not really played any new game. I've been really tempted to get what's the game? Armored Core 6.
Oh, okay.
Mostly because it's from software. So people make Dark Souls and all those.
They make a lot of games, don't they?
Yes, yeah. From Software develops so many games. Like you go back, they've developed a lot of cool games. A lot of random things as well. Like they're not like Dark Souls explode. Well, Demon Souls, then Dark Souls exploded them into like.
Oh yeah, man, yeah.
Western like gaming mostly. Yeah. Yes. Before that, like people obviously knew of them, but not. Yeah. But they're huge now. So. Okay, so I'm hunting 30 metalheads, apparently. Who's your favourite character, then, from Futurama? Sorry, you...
probably Bender. I love Bender, and Zoidberg.
Yeah.
I was actually doing the work because I was bored and people were just making. Yeah. I was like my last night.
Oh, holy crap!
You know, Tony.
What is happening? Where am I being shot from?
Being shot everywhere,
oh, they're invisible. They're invisible. I like that you can still see them suddenly, with the metalhead part. And
I was doing it, and some of the people who were at work were looking at me like, "What the fuck are you about, Mark?" So I was going.
Well, people don't know Futurama. What's wrong with them?
They're young, mate. That's the thing, Tony. They're too young.
Futurama's been released several times, rebooted on several in different decades.
Indeed it has. I'll tell you what, the cool thing is though, in this new season, because obviously at the end of the last one they obviously had Fry and Mia finally being together and stuff, but in this season they don't really do they weren't they instantly it's like they're together, which is good. So
that's all right.
Saying no spoiler or anything at all, but yeah.
Yeah, I was curious because it's been a while since I've seen like the last episode of it, but yeah,
I do think as much as I love The Simpsons, as much as classic Simpsons will always be the best, there's just something about Futurama that I just think is Matt Groening's best show. I need to watch more of Disenchanted, but
Yeah,
stuff.
Disenchantment was alright, but it was, I don't know, it wasn't the best. It wasn't like the funniest or anything, and it had more of a continuing storyline than either of the others. So.
Yeah.
And it's coming to an end, right? I think there's one more season
Yeah,
or
it
something.
is, yeah.
Or, yeah, so...
And
I think I watched like season 1 and maybe a bit of season 2.
Oh, that's cool. But the thing is, though, when you listen to them, like you can tell some of the actors have gotten older because obviously they have it been 10 years. But it's still
that's the thing with
awesome to hear them back, though.
That's the thing with Marge Simpson's voice. Like in the
God,
newer ones, apparently it's just I've heard little bits of it, but yeah, it must be a struggle to do that voice.
Oh, it is
like,
massively. That's why I'm kind of like with Lisa Dan Castanella. Lee Siegel was like, alright, let's hurt my voice. Let's slightly change it a little bit because if you notice in the first season it was a lot more darker, and maybe second/third season it became a lot more sort of like lighter in the voice. And I think the show as well changed for me as well when they made Homer the main character rather than it being Bart.
Yeah,
Bart was the main character for years in the show. And then it became Homer. Then I'm kind of glad as well, apparently in the newer seasons, I watched a reviewer called Johnny 2 Galians, I think his name is, can't remember the last name, and the woman called The Simpsons Theory, and they're both big Futurama animation fans. Like, they love The Simpsons and stuff, cool. And hearing about the show, and I like the fact as well that they made Homer from just a bumbling idiot to actually now the great dad, and yes, he might still be stupid, but he isn't like heartless. What they made him into, kind of from like
they did make him
12,
a bit
15.
ridiculous, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like he was just an absolute arsehole.
Oh, he was.
Like putting people in danger and whatnot. And,
yeah.
But I haven't watched it for so long, so I can't really talk about it that much because I don't remember the last time I watched Simpsons. So.
Yeah, it must be.
I own up to like season 20 on DVD.
Oh, really?
Blu-ray and DVD. Yeah.
When do you think The Simpsons kind of wasn't as good anymore, Tony? When did you notice?
I can't remember, to be honest. I think I just, as I grew up, I stopped watching TV anyway, so then I just wasn't watching it.
Fair
enough. Yeah. But yeah.
Because I still believe...
There is one new animation I've really got into, Mark.
What's that, Tony?
Smiling Friends. It's so good. It's made by like old Newgrounds animators, and it's actually on Adult Swim, and it's so good.
That's so cool, man.
It's hilarious, and they've got like loads of their friends brought on. They've even brought on like James Rolfe, and
that's cool.
They had Gilbert Gottfried on, like sadly before he passed away.
Oh, I love Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah,
apparently that was never actually his real voice. That was actually put on voice.
Really? No. His voice is so good though, even if it is put on, like, it's just so good.
And you can instantly tell it's him as well.
This is kind of a spoiler. Did you want me to tell you who he voices in Smiling Friends?
I don't care, mate. I'm happy with spoilers.
Watch it though, but he plays God.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I still think my favourite figure of perception of God is the way that South Park made him into like a platypus. Like this
platypus.
They did. It's like this,
oh no, I'm gonna die.
It's like this duck
thing.
No. So good,
That's pretty
man.
cool. But yeah, I'd highly recommend Smiling Friends. It's on Channel 4. You can watch it online.
That's
for free,
cool.
So.
I'll tell you what though, I haven't watched Rick and Morty for so long as well.
That guy just came like...
I know, didn't he?
Swagged round the corner, like, my god.
Like...
That's terrifying. I need to compose myself. Sorry, you were saying?
I was just saying... like my mum, I was told because I was really into Rick and Morty several years ago. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was when it first came out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what turned me against it. Maybe it was just, I don't know if it was the fans or what.
I think the fandom didn't really help with like how overexposed to it I was and how.
Because I remember talking to my brother and he was kind of okay, and then I think it was the episode where it was the Christmas when had the homeless guy became really big. Everyone saw his dick and stuff, and I think that was the episode that kind of made him okay. And then my grandparents loved it as well. So I do think the first couple of seasons were really good. But I feel with a lot of shows, it just becomes overmade and overdone and stuff, and it just becomes a bit boring.
Yeah, I love the way they handled his voice replacement in his other show, Solaropolis.
I heard about that. Yeah.
He literally gets like shot in the throat by a laser, and then like they help him. He's like, he's still a completely British man. It's so funny. He's like, I can't believe you've done this to me, you twat. And it's like completely not his voice.